So again, a huge beef that's going to come up in business is why do communities fail? And the answer is, I think, fairly straightforward. People try to build communities that match their organizational structure or their business structure, not the needs of their consumer base that they're trying to talk to. And I think you'll typically find that the consumer's view of the world is infinitely simpler than what is set up in a corporate structure. So while you may have divisions and groups and task forces and whatnot, all of whom who want to build a community, your user simply wants to go where they can engage and get information and participate and partake in that community. So it's a lot easier. So I think people tend to make things too complicated, and they don't follow the natural gravitational pull of their audience. They want to create something and they want to push out information that they want to say. And I can see why people fall into that trap. So you've spent engineering man hours to produce something and you brought it in cost effectively and whatnot. You want to talk about it. Wow, let's build a community and tell people about it. That's not what people want to hear. They don't care if your widget's cheaper. It is what is the widget doing for them. And how are they going to talk about it? How are they going to use it? And that's the basis of a community. They are organic. They can be incredibly valuable business tools, but they can't be forced in the same way as certain other business metrics.
Another question that we often get is, why do some communities fail? In reality, there are many reasons why communities fail. The first one is that oftentimes when a brand starts putting a community together, they think the community is about them. And in reality, the community needs to be about the community members. Remember what a community is. It's a place where people gather and connect in a purpose-driven way. So if you're putting a community together that's all about your brand, people aren't coming for that. They're coming because the brand fulfills some need. So you have to create a win-win situation where the brand is going to get what it needs out of the community, but the community members also feel that it's worth their time and it's a place where they want to go. It's a destination of choice. Another reason that communities fail is because there's a lack of systematic engagement. People feel that when they're starting the community building process, it's something on their long list. Everybody is overextended these days. So they very quickly, they put a community together and they check it off their list and they say, phew, that's done, and they think they're done. And in reality, successful communities have a very systematic, engineered way to interact with their community members on an ongoing basis. And without that kind of faceted engagement approach that considers the different, diverse needs of all of the different community members, it's not going to be successful. If I go inside of a community, I look at it, I think it's cool, I become a member, and then once I'm really in there looking around, I don't see anything that's for me, or I think everything there is something for the brand, I'm not going to stay. I'm going to have a really high bounce rate inside that community. So there needs to be a diversity of stuff for people to do once they get to a community, inside of a community. And finally, I would just say that unless the brand mission and the member needs are in alignment, you're going to have a community ghost.